We found three common themes within our photos that define citizenship and identity in unique ways. First, we will explore citizenship through laws, morals, and social obligations. Second, we thought about what our Canadian identity means on local and global scales. And finally, we wanted to emphasize citizenship and identity through a pluralistic or multicultural lens. These three themes largely encompass our ideas of Canadian citizenship and identity.
As citizens, we have many rights and responsibilities, since traffic regulations to freedom of religion. Laws are important because they help to keep society in order and determine ways to maintain peace and safety. The study and understanding of our rights and responsibilities enable people to become engaged, active, and well-informed citizens, and ultimately become an agent of change and make a difference in their communities. Also, laws should reflect society's values and ideals. Many times in history, laws were challenged and transformed as society evolved and changed their social norms. Therefore, laws and regulations are in constant evolution, and education should empower students to become engaged and voice their concerns in our communities.
This is a community garden and center in the Banff Trail neighborhood. Here, residents are growing vegetables and other plants in communal garden beds. They are showing wisdom, techniques, and resources in order to benefit the greater community. As a display of trust among citizens, there are no nets or fences to prevent theft. The program of studies refers to this as active and responsible citizenship at the local and community levels. The garden is a visible example of citizens seeing their place as part of a whole. Citizenship on an individual level includes giving back to one's community. When introducing this topic to a class, many students will take citizenship for granted until they look at it head-on. In fact, I imagine many students might not immediately see the correlation between this garden and being a contributing member of society. However, this photo gives us an excellent background for beneficial discussion of what it means to be a citizen.
This is an example of what it means to be Canadian on a global and local level. We recognize our responsibility as citizens to welcome and maintain global relationships, but also bring these relationships into our evolving Canadian identity. This is a monument to commemorate a global relationship between Gwacheon, Korea, and Airdrie, Canada. This is a display that welcomes immigrants and promotes cooperation among communities. The fact that this park is a favored meeting place for the diverse citizens living in the city of Airdrie speaks to the pluralistic acceptance and nature encompassed by our shared definition of Canadian citizenship.
Multiculturalism is a key aspect of Canadian history and culture. The recognition of people's heritage, backgrounds, cultures, and diverse experiences offer a more dynamic and pluralistic perspective to our students. Also, the appreciation of their own traditions and cultures supports their sense of belonging, self-esteem, and identity. This picture represents how the same individual can have two nationalities, and the sum of his experience, beliefs, traditions, and knowledge shapes the way he sees and acts in the world.
This is Shadow Lake and Ball Mountain in Banff National Park. In this authentic view of raw Canadian wilderness, the seasons are changing, and with them, every aspect of nature will need to adapt. With so much evident change going on, students viewing this photograph would surely begin to understand that humans exist in a dynamic relationship with the natural environment, as set out in the Alberta Program of Studies. Due to our unique natural environment, we firmly believe that all Canadians hold our land, and especially our relationship with it, as a part of our identity. Although there are many opportunities for analysis of this photo, it especially lends itself to a study of stewardship for the land and an understanding of the principles of sustainability.
The Alberta Program of Studies states that exploring culture and community allows students to examine shared values and their own sense of belonging, beliefs, traditions, and languages. The household living room is a focal point for displaying our identities. Seldom do guests get the invite into our bedrooms, but the living room is the point of gathering and entertaining. This means that this is where we are on display. The things we choose to display and fill our life with hold meaning and describe our activities, interests, and beliefs. This photo is a window into the average Canadian household, and aspects such as the children's coloring table, the teepee, the television, the dining room table, and the family dog represent the everyday items that make up any Canadian household's identity.